Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Brett Martin Show, here live from the KINO in sunny Vancouver, British Columbia. We have an amazing show for you, stand-up comedy from Alex Mackenzie. We get a special visit from Dr.Bonnie Henry, but most importantly, please welcome your host, Mr. Brett Martin.
Well, we really got good at adding that applause in post-editing. Good to be here. Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. Sam, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks, Brett. How are you doing?
Oh, not good at all. But you know what? It's why not? I'm still alive. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Have you done anything since we last did the show?
No, just waiting for your call to do this show.
Oh, yeah. But, sorry about that. I forgot. I went missing for a while. Jake, how are you?
Doing great, Brett.
Yeah. It looks like you just learned how to use a microphone.
I did, just now.
Yeah. You speak into it, and then your voice, it gets louder.
I know, it's crazy how that works.
It's witchcraft as far as I'm concerned. But here we are at the beautiful, the KINO. It's great to be here.
It's not a cafe anymore, you know, Brett.
It's not. Yeah, if you call it a cafe one more time, you're fucking fired, Sam.
I accept that.
It's the KINO, okay?
The KINO with a K.
Yeah, the
and
sidekick.
an I, not with an E.
I can't spell. I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
Don't you play a lot of KINO, you know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, geez, I thought you were from Winnipeg.
I am. So I bet on dog races. That's my thing. You ever just bet on dog races?
No,
fun.
I'm an animal welfare activist.
Yeah, whatever. I'll tell you this, Sam. If you find a three-legged dog, you bet on that. Because if it wins, you are rich.
Done.
I've never won once. So it's good to be here. The last show, of course, we did in a parkade. Mm-hmm. My parkade. This is much nicer than the Parkade Cafe, actually, as it's known.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Happy to be here. This is a legendary venue of stand-up comedy in Vancouver, so it's great to be here. We have no audience.
Many comedians, famous, unfamous, have died on this stage. Have just bombed horrible deaths of comedy.
So we're within fine company as we bomb here tonight.
Oh, we bomb all the time, yeah.
There's no crowd here, which is nice because we usually don't get laughs anyway, so this is comforting. But I feel ready to do the show. Do you want to?
I'm ready to hear some not pre-written jokes.
These aren't pre-written at all. These jokes that I'm going to read from those cue cards there, not at all. Just came up. So who's ready to read some jokes? You guys ready to read?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, let's read some jokes. Here's something we're going to do different from last time. As you remember, look at the tape. The jokes were over here, but this time we're going to put them behind the camera. These jokes that I just thought of. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. This is here, big story. I don't know if you heard this. It's crazy news. The Vatican has launched an investigation to determine who hacked the Pope's Instagram page.
It wasn't me.
It was. You know, whenever someone just denies something without being accused, I always think that's a bit suspicious. It's like the other day, I call you, and like, I'm not masturbating. He was masturbating. Anyways, the Vatican is, they want to find out who hacked the Pope's Instagram. Here's what happened. Someone liked a Brazilian model's picture, and they left lewd comments.
That's all right.
The investigators have already ruled out anyone from within the church because the pictures are not of a young boy. I should have read that joke as was written, but whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah, you learn as you go. This is a hell of a story. This is crazy. I don't know if you've ever done anything like this, Jake. A teenager in China who underwent botched surgery in order to remove and sell his kidneys on the black market so he could buy an iPhone 4 is now bedridden for life following post-surgical complications.
It was botched.
It was botched is what happened. Do you know what botched means?
I don't know. Isn't it that like sportscaster who sadly passed away not too long ago?
I don't know. It was just in the newspaper article, so I wrote it down. But apparently it's not good. But here's the thing. The kid, he's 17 years old now, and he regrets it. He told reporters he had no idea that 2 kidneys could have got him an iPhone 7. I think that joke warranted no laughs, so I'm glad we got none. Here's my favorite story. This is I don't know if you ever done this, Sam. In Japan, a man died after dousing himself on fire. Oh, I fucked that joke.
No, let's take it from the top. Take it from the top. Okay.
Dousing himself in fire. We're just gonna. Do you know what I love about doing the show like this? We can just edit out when I fuck up.
We're not going to.
We're not. Oh God, that's why the show's 4 hours long. Starting with this joke again in Japan, which is, have you ever heard of Japan?
I understand it's near Indonesia.
It's in the region. Yeah, it's a very, I believe they're sister provinces.
And Thailand.
Why did you wink after saying Thailand? And then cover your crotch with the school book. Why did you do that?
In Japan, a man...
In Japan, which again, it's a country in China, a man died after dousing himself in kerosene and lighting himself on fire in front of his boss.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The boss, who was traumatized, said he's just relieved that an employee finally fired himself.
That's pretty good, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked the preamble better when we talked about Japan. Those were the jokes, as usual, anticlimactic, but you know what? It doesn't matter because we have a fantastic show.
We have a fantastic show.
Let's grab a seat and catch up. Sam.
All right. All right.
Sam, so those jokes didn't really work out, but that's, you know what, a big deal. They never do.
You reap what you sow, right?
I don't know what that means. So, we got a big show tonight. We have a very special guest here.
We do. I can't wait.
It's very exciting. So I don't know if you've heard, but there's this pandemic going on.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And so there's all these restrictions now on things.
Yeah.
Things that you can and can't do.
Yeah. Like what?
You can't murder anybody.
Well, tickle me pink, man. I'm screwed.
I'll tell you, man, these pandemics, they just take the life out of you. That doesn't make any sense. Cut.
No, it's great.
It's no good. I'm very excited, though, because we're going to learn a lot about this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to discuss it, you're no better person than the preeminent health authority on this thing.
Absolutely.
So please welcome the show. We're honored to have her here, ladies and gentlemen. She's BC's top doctor. She is the top, provincial health officer. Please welcome Dr. Bonnie Henry, everyone.
Bonnie Henry. Oh, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you, Dr. Henry. Please.
Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us, especially during a very busy time for you, I imagine. So how is this pandemic going?
Well, it's not going very good right now. We have a record number of cases with no sign of things slowing down. So we've had to put some severe restrictions in place in hopes of slowing the spread.
And so those are the restrictions on social gatherings, the masks.
Yes.
You're not wearing a mask.
I'm an anti-masker.
You're an okay, that doesn't really make sense. But how can you be an anti-masker? You're a doctor.
I know what I'm talking about.
Do you?
I certainly do. You know what else I know? You have scurvy.
And adult man bald syndrome.
I don't. No, I don't.
You're a bedwetter too.
Yes.
This is no.
Oh man, I love it.
And you have feline AIDS.
No.
I believe you on that one, actually. You do know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Ursine AIDS as well.
What is ursine AIDS?
Ursine are bears, so he has bear AIDS.
How the hell do you have bear AIDS, Sam?
I don't have bear AIDS. I just don't.
And canine gonorrhea.
Well, Sam, hold on a second. How did you get... Is this from the fucking petting zoo episode?
I don't. Oh man, I thought we moved past
This is
that.
why you've been asking me when I'm taking my cats to the vet. You want it like this is... Sam, this is unbelievable. You disgust me. You look like you have bear AIDS. I don't have bear AIDS, I'll tell you that much.
You both have erectile dysfunction.
No,
No, I don't.
no, don't have that.
Not at all.
Never have, never will.
No.
Can I get a mask, please? Can someone hand me a mask?
But erectile dysfunction is not an airborne disease.
Yeah, that's how I got it. I got it from you, Brett.
No, you didn't. I don't have erectile dysfunction, Sam.
Don't lie to the people. We had a doctor tell us.
I don't have erectile dysfunction. Yes, you do. Listen, no, I was just tired last year, okay?
Yes, you're tired this year, too.
I'm not tired this year. I don't have erectile dysfunction, all right? This is honestly, God, this is just ridiculous.
I'm gonna go now.
Why? We just got started here. We haven't talked about anything.
Can I get a prescription to Levitra, please?
I have a glory hole opening ceremony to get to.
Dr. Bonnie Henry, everybody.
Dr. Bonnie Henry. Well, you wanna touch dicks later or something?
Well, we're going to have to stand real close with the erectile dysfunction. I'll tell you this, though. Here's the, it's going to be weird for people watching this that don't know that glory hole thing, because we wrote that. That was a skit, right? She mandated glory holes, this woman, because I just want to make, I don't have erectile dysfunction.
I don't have a glory hole in my living room.
I thought you always call your mouth the glory hole.
Oh no. Oh no, not again. I want to, just a word for all the viewers out here. That was not Dr. Bonnie Henry.
But you do have bear aids.
And you have erectile dysfunction.
I do not have fucking erectile dysfunction.
Please welcome Alex Mackenzie.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm really happy to be here at the KINO. You guys were talking about how it's spelled. It's actually KINO with a Q, because people line up around the block to come to this place here in Vancouver. I'm a millennial, and I'm a huge pussy. I suffer from PTSD, but over things that haven't happened. So it's a pre-traumatic stress disorder. Like the other day, I was all worried. I was like, man, it's going to suck when my cat dies. I don't even have a cat. And I'm at that age where people, like my buddies, are already doing the kids these days things. My one buddy's like, man, kids these days, they're a bunch of little shit rats running around. They got no respect for anything. I'm like, kids these days? I remember being 12 years old with you, Darren, going to Save On Foods, stealing a flat of Pepsi, taking that Pepsi to a hill on the side of the highway, and then chucking full cans of pop at passing cars. Like, we were little shit rats. And besides, I think every generation thinks the generation after them sucks, you know? Like, my parents call my generation lazy, but if I talk to my grandparents, they're like, I don't know what your parents are bitching about. They didn't even have to defeat Hitler. And the older generation is way too concerned with like kids being lost in a forest. They seem to think that's the best way to measure IQ. Like my grandpa's like, if you took a kid nowadays and dropped him off in the middle of the woods, he would die. Okay, Grandpa. First of all, if you took a kid nowadays and dropped him off in the middle of the woods, you would go to jail, you psychopath. And secondly, he would be out of there in no time at all. He'd use his iPhone, Apple Maps. He'd be at home in time to see you get hauled away by child services. You know? And besides, we've successfully deforested like 70% of the planet, so you're welcome. And I don't think you're any better. I've seen you get lost in a Walmart parking lot like 3 times. And I think this whole pandemic's got to be really stressful for like scientists, right? Because I think bro science has somehow made its way into real science. You know, like we're putting like plastic over the ATMs and the card reading machines. They were already plastic. They're like, dude, it's like putting on 2 condoms. You can never be too safe. Like, yeah, that makes sense if you're trying to protect the machine. That'd be like me putting on a condom while I'm getting fucked in the ass. And social distancing? Stupid, right? I mean, this virus came all the way from China. It's probably going to go an extra 6 feet. The good thing that came out of this, though, is the CERB. Like my buddies, they brag about getting paid sick days. Like right now, the Canadian government's paying me because other people are sick. But this vaccine is sure taking a long time. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, the thing is, they need people who have the virus who are willing to be part of the trial. So I guess it's just going to take patience, you guys. Now, you know something I noticed? How come sounds are only annoying when I'm not making them? No? Like chewing gum, or like tapping my foot, or like fucking. Like I love the sound of sex when I'm having sex, but I hate the sound of sex when someone else is having it, especially with my girlfriend. All right, my name's Alex Mackenzie. Thank you guys so much.
Alex, that was very funny. Good to have you here, man. Funny stuff.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's great to be here at the KINO.
It's good to have you. Very funny stuff. So you've been performing throughout this whole pandemic.
I have, yeah. I basically haven't stopped.
Brett's hairline's been performing his whole life.
Receding, performing.
I don't know what you're talking about. So what have you found is like performing in front of pandemic audiences?
Well, they're pretty quiet, Brett, to be honest with you. I mean, most of the time it's, my mom will leave the occasional comment in the video below because it's all online at this point, really. So, yeah. But it is nice because when we did do live performances, when they were legal, 20 people's a sellout. I mean, I still never sold out, but I got a lot closer,
You know what? 50% is a great turnout.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch COVID while you're doing any of the shows?
No, I did not. I don't think so because I still have my
so.
sense of taste. So, because my jokes are pretty good.
Have you been having a lot of watermelon lately?
No, I haven't had any watermelon.
Okay.
What's this guy talking about?
I don't know. He's probably, I have no idea. He's got to think, well, I think he fucks them.
Good.
So you have a very interesting story. You're originally from Prince George.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, sorry about that. But
Thank you.
You quit your job.
Yep.
And you decided, you know what? I'm just going to be a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
And live like in a
I sold my house, and now my house has wheels on it. I moved into a motorized home.
Nice.
An RV, if you will.
That's if you will. So I think that's what they're actually called. But that.
Yeah.
So you're homeless.
Yeah. So that's the thing, Brett. I wanted to talk to you about that actually, because
I won't let you sleep in my place.
No, I don't want to. I blame you for a lot of this.
He will let you sleep with his girlfriend.
Oh, really? Perfect.
I don't allow it. It just happens.
Well, let me talk to my girlfriend and I'll see what she thinks of that. But no, I wanted to blame you for my homelessness here because you were actually the first comedian who ever took me on the road.
You're welcome, by the way.
Wow.
He came up to Prince George. We were performing there. And then after the show, he said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "How about you come to Kamloops with me?"
That's my pickup line.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
the big city.
Yeah, that was the first thing I got a taste of the road life and fell in love with it.
That it's funny. I definitely remember that. No, like I knew that you were gonna one day be homeless, and you embraced it. And one of the funniest things I've seen is after the show, Mike, the opener, and I we didn't have a hotel room for you because we're broke,
Right.
and so don't worry, I know someone here that I can crash at. So can you just drop me off over here? So we go drive into the deep residential areas of Kamloops. You're like, left here, right here. You're not convinced at all, and eventually stop. So we stop, and we're just in the middle. It's like 2 a.m, and you're like, I think this is it. You get out of the car, and you run, and you jump over a fence, and then I didn't see you again for months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a great story, and yeah.
No,
Whose house did you end up at that night?
So I don't know, Brett, to be honest with you. I can't confirm it was someone I knew, but my friend Anthony did let me stay in the basement.
Good man. Good
But
man.
I don't think it was his house.
He just gave you permission to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anthony's a good guy that way.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
So then you had this thing called an experiment called life.
An experiment called life. Yeah, I chose the name An Experiment Called Life because I think that, life's an experiment and the solution I'm looking for is my happiness. And I can't afford to do cocaine anymore because I don't know if you heard, Brett, but I quit my job.
There's a newspaper article about it.
Yeah.
And I get your resume weekly. I'm not...
Well, so it's an experiment called life.
Yeah.
What kind of experiments did you get up to in the basement?
Hey, I see what you're doing. Mostly, I tried to see what I could get my NHL 20 ranking at online. I found that to cost me a lot of money because
Is that just hanging out with 16-year-old prospects?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang out with the kids with those nice legs, the soft hands.
This has gotten out of hand quick. Thanks, Sam, for bringing up 16-year-old prostitutes.
No, prospects.
Oh.
It's the NHL.
I can't hear anything with these
It's not the
national
National Hooker League.
It's the first time we've ever not talked about 16-year-old prostitutes on the show. I'm impressed, Sam. You're maturing.
Back onto the pedophile stuff. Come on, Sam.
There's no...
Jeez, I'm just saying, look, there's certain things that I won't do anymore now that I'm older,
Good for you.
Okay? Like 13-year-olds.
Oh, Jesus.
So you know what? It's important to have principles.
Restraint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where can the audience learn more about you?
Alex Tells Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I changed everything to Alex Tells Jokes. Find me on TikTok. Do daily jokes there for you.
It's pretty great.
Instagram, Alex Tells Jokes, or An Experiment Called Life on YouTube, where you can watch my mental state deteriorate week after week. And if you don't think that was good, like they say for comedy, timing is everything. So good thing that I quit my job and sold my house right before a pandemic when comedy became illegal.
It was the right time to do it.
Yeah.
If there's a time that you want to live on the streets, it's when people are walking under the horrible disease that could kill you.
Yes.
Good to have you on the show, Alex.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Good
having
luck.
me. Brett.
Remember, the food bank is just down the street.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that.
Take care. Okay, Alex Mackenzie,
Alex
everybody.
Mackenzie, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
You know, I'm happy he doesn't have the disease of unfunny.
No, he does not have that disease, but he does have herpes. Here we are at the beautiful the KINO,
The KINO, yes, this place is fantastic.
and not a cafe.
No,
What
full
this
service
place,
bar and restaurant that's open for adults and children.
and not just that. This place is renowned for being home not just of stand-up comedy, but also of all sorts of.
Flamenco. This is a world famous flamenco stage, a world famous comedy stage, and we have a world famous owner of the KINO as well.
We're very honored that he's letting us be here tonight, and we thought what a better way to thank him than have him on the show. So please welcome everyone, Steve Allen.
Mr. Willie Ross, everybody. Thank you. Steve?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Steve. It's good to have you here. Thank you for having us here, by the way.
Oh, no, it's been a pleasure having you guys in here.
Has it? Have you seen the show?
Yeah, I'm. We'll talk about this later.
You're so funny. You got a spot?
So thank you very much. How was tell us about this place? Comedy has been going on here for how long?
13 years.
Wow.
13 years and 11 months.
Well,
Yeah.
that's really counting. That's like a clingy girlfriend.
Yes.
Lucky number 13 with the pandemic, hey?
Yes, it's been a glory.
Hole.
No, just it's been glorious.
Many renowned comedians have performed. Did any of note that you can tell us about?
Well, we've had Brent Butt here a couple of times, working on stuff for, just for laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And we've actually had Louis C.K. here just before the whole Me Too thing. So it
Yeah.
was good timing on that for sure.
He's got a great cock.
Yeah. He didn't talk to me after the show. You left with him, didn't you? Okay, never mind.
So you also have the flamenco dancing has been going on here for.
Yeah, this place is well known worldwide as a stage that they've been doing flamenco dancing here for 26 years.
Wow.
And then I started doing the stand-up stuff here 13 years ago. And then 6 years ago, I actually bought the restaurant, which in hindsight was not the smartest thing I've ever done.
I would imagine that a pandemic is probably a very good time to have a restaurant, correct? Because everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. I'll say that. We've gone from 80 seats down to 30 seats because of this stage here. It's not like we can do 40 seats in here, so it's been a real challenge for sure.
And then now they have the no performance rules going on.
That just started at midnight on November 19th, the day before my birthday.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
That's a nice birthday gift. A crippling business decision.
Yes.
So this has not had, I'd imagine, a positive effect on things.
No, not at all. I don't know what's going to happen right now. We're just going to stay open as long as we can and keep things going. And as soon as they've lifted the restrictions on performances, we'll have the comics back in right away. We're not allowed to do any flamenco dancing. No dancing or singing on stages in BC. So.
And no comedy either, which is why we're still allowed here, though, because
Yeah.
Yes.
we're technically just spoken word.
Yeah.
So that's terrible here because you've done like a lot for the comedy community. I can't think of a person that's more well spoken of, more well thought of. If you're a newer comedian, Steve puts you on the stage. He put many people into stand-up. So I hope that things work out better. I know that there's a GoFundMe page that has been launched for Save the KINO.
Save the KINO.
Save the KINO.
If there's anyone that's done a lot for not just stand-up, but just arts as a whole, it's this man in this venue. So if you guys could please go there and donate whatever you can. You know what? If you have life savings for a reason, okay?
Yeah. Saving Steve's life.
It's really
exactly.
so. It's a wonderful place. It's full of heart and love, great entertainment. Except today, I'd really think that you guys. So please check it out. It's on the GoFundMe. Save the KINO. We'll put right there. You can see it on the screen. Save the KINO.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
.net. I don't know that it's the right website, but
gofilme.xxx. That's mine.
That's Sam's comedy webpage. No, please do not take it off, Sam. Put more on, extra layers.
I do not have erectile dysfunction.
Just men can't get hard around
Sorry.
you. That's how it is.
I got excited there.
Steve, do you have anything you'd like to say before you kick us out?
I just like to say it was fun having you guys in here today, and thank you for doing this. And let's get the word out. And once we can start performances here again, we'll get things going right back where we were before.
It'll be fantastic. It's always a full house and a great time. So please come here, have a bite, come here for the shows when it reopens, and please check out the GoFundMe page. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Allen of the KINO.
Steve Allen, everybody. Steve Allen.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, no. Fist bump. There we go. There we are. Elbow.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Steve. Oh, man.
That was good. Are you going to donate all your money to it?
I don't want to donate all my money because I was recently in a car accident. And
Were you really?
Yeah, T-boned an intersection right off car and everything. But, all the extra money I got.
So I can't borrow your car then?
No, not anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear your car's f***ed up.
That's okay.
How was the person that hit you?
It's all is good in the world. Taking our young cat to the vet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 7:45 in the morning taking the cat to the vet. It's crazy, bro.
Jesus.
Let me tell you.
Were they texting and driving?
I don't know all the details. But,
Well, you were drunk. You didn't.
I don't want to tell you the race of the driver, but whatever you're thinking is correct.
They were probably.
Thanks very much for tuning in, everybody. The Brett Martin Show. Brett?
Yeah, this is called we're not putting this. This show's not going to make it to air. We'll just do the one segment with Steve. We'll put Bonnie Henry in. We'll put Alex. But we're just going to cut everything that we did out. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, my ursine AIDS is kicking in.
That explains those. You look at Barry Scabby. You know, the worst part is that's the funniest thing I've said today.
That is.
Yeah. I don't have berries, I'll tell you that much.